Hi guys, my name's Kevin Christopher Cruz. I'm making this video in response to Pastor Steven Anderson's video on how he just basically praised the terrorist act in Orlando, Florida. This really hit me hard. I'm from Florida, basically. I've lived in Orlando now, and I've hung out in Pulse, personally. And now I've lost two really good friends in that attack. So the facts about what happened, since you don't know them, Pastor, is a terrorist went in to Pulse and killed 49 innocent people. He was the 50th person killed. And then he injured 53 others with just the gun. And so that's basically what happened. Now, you say there are 50 less pedophiles in the world now, which is entirely incorrect. Did you even know that according to our own government, that 82% of juvenile victims were actually female? Now, since we're gay, it would make no sense to sexually assault a female at all. That doesn't even include how many of those, in that 18% were left that were girl on girl, and these criminal acts are with another minor, how many people were straight regardless, and etc. basically. So, actually less than 1% of sexual assault in the United States each year is the victim with a gay male. So how dare you basically say that homosexuals are just these disgusting perverts and pedophiles? I mean, I would love to meet you and dare you, basically, to come to my house and look me in the eyes, or meet me somewhere and look me in the eyes and tell me that I'm personally a disgusting pervert because I'm gay. I'm a homosexual. And as far as hate speech and things like that, in your video you made every single Christian in America look bad. I mean, you're part of that reason that Christians are looked down upon, basically. And sorry. And the Bible only speaks of homosexuality 4 times in the whole book to begin with. I mean, it speaks about it in Leviticus 18:22. It speaks about it in Leviticus 20:13. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 9 and 10, it speaks of it. And in Romans chapter 1, verses 26 through 28, it speaks of it. And it does say that homosexuality is an abomination, and homosexuals should be to death. But Leviticus also goes into saying eating shellfish and mixing fabrics was an abomination, which in those times an abomination meant unclean. It also says children who can't listen to their parents should be put to death, as well as adulterers, and so on and so on. And in Deuteronomy 22, the Bible says if a woman was found not to be a virgin on her wedding day, she was to be brought to her father's house and stoned to death. And these things are no longer interpreted as literal. I mean, that I know of. Do you? We just don't interpret these things as literal anymore. So the only one who was being an extremist really was you. I mean, all lives matter. So you're right, though. We should not be vigilantes. And we should obey the laws of the land, which also clearly state that you should love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no wrong to others, so love fulfills all requirements of God. Now, I've studied just the last semester, actually, different world religions, and I've got the book still, which I looked into before making this video. And Islamic religions, Hinduism, Judaism, just Islamic religions in general are some of the most peaceful religions in the entire world. They are so loving and peaceful. And now you also say, and I quote, the devil loves this incident. And then you go on to why and things. But honestly, I mean, you're sitting over here and you're praising this incident. And you're saying, I'm glad this happened. And it seems more or less like you love it than anything. And that's just not right. I mean, what human being would be like that? Now, the Bible is clear about homosexuality being forbidden. But then again, in biblical times, sexual orientation wasn't even a thing. It just wasn't. They didn't concept of it at all. And, well, homosexuality was never against the law. Sodomy, which means both anal and oral sex. So pretty much every person in America who's ever gone down on their girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, has committed sodomy. That was illegal until 2003 in 14 different states. So homosexuality was never illegal. In the US at least. Now, I work in the medical field. I'm an EMT. I'm in school. I'm a full-time student. I work 2 jobs. And I know quite a bit about HIV and things like that. And no, homosexuals do not have a 20-year lifespan, less than an average adult. People with HIV, yes, they do. But homosexuals in general, no, they don't. Now, we may actually, I mean, honestly, whenever you think about it, we may actually even live longer because we take care of our bodies. We like to exercise, look good, things like that. And, our bodies are a temple. So we like to take care of that. So really the moral of this is we aren't dangerous. We aren't pedophiles. We're just teachers. We're lawyers, doctors, nurses, firefighters, EMTs, nurses, and so much more than you'll ever amount to be. All lives matter no matter what race, religion, sexual orientation, just no matter what. And you should become a little bit more educated and loving and teach the true meaning of God, which is love. And do your research.